This weekend, self-described movie expert Matt Perrone sat down with Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and Michelangelo. He did not all of a sudden become cultured. He caught the latest incarnation of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and joins us now with his Monday movie musings.
It may be August, but a lot of people came out to check out April on the big screen. Two more movies stepped up to the plate to try and take the top spot at the box office this week. The first was Into the Storm, which we'll talk about in a little while, because of course I have to go with the winner. So here's my take on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Our film begins with the city of New York having to deal with the constant crimes being perpetrated by the infamous Foot Clan, a criminal organization led by the villainous Shredder. We also learn of Splinter, a mutated rat sensei training ninjutsu to his 4 teenage sons until they are ready to take on the Foot Clan. We see April O'Neil, played by Megan Fox. She is a news reporter dying for a great story, but is stuck covering fluff pieces. One night, she witnesses a Foot Clan robbery, and while trying to film it on her phone, she sees a lone vigilante single-handedly take on the Foot, running all of them off. At work, April tries to convince her boss about the vigilante, but without proof, she's brushed aside and not believed. She finds herself covering an event hosted by one of the most influential men in New York, a previous partner of her father who was killed in a fire while they were working on an all-healing mutagen. Leaving the event, she rushes into a subway tunnel that is being held captive by the Foot Clan. While being held hostage, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Donatello appear and take down the hijackers, freeing everyone. April manages to follow the turtles and snap a picture of them on the roof. They confiscate her camera and let her go, telling her to speak to no one. Something triggers in her memory, though, and she rushes home to find tapes that reveal to her that she knew these 4 long ago. Meanwhile, Splinter has learned of his turtles' escapades and sends them out to reacquire April safely, since she is now in grave danger. The newly rediscovered family of the past is reunited, and suddenly all heck proceeds to break loose as Shredder and the Foot Clan come after the group. What follows is a Michael Bay-esque action ride through sewers, mountains, factories, and the cityscape of New York. We discover the true meaning of family and wait to see if those that are non-human actually contain more humanity than those that are. I think it's fair to say that I was not excited going into this movie. I was a big fan of the original, and I saw no reason for there to be a reboot. Plus, I had no idea what Michael Bay was going to do with it. Strangely, I found it enjoyable. It took the grittiness, the gritty darkness of the original comics and perfectly balanced it out with the humor of the 80s cartoon. Plus, I'm glad that Michael Bay and Megan Fox worked out whatever their little spat was, because she made a great April O'Neil. Now, on to Into the Storm. Have you guys seen Twister? Then you've pretty much seen this movie. I mean, there are a few extra special effects and a little spin-off plot line about found storm damage footage, but other than that, very similar plot lines. I mean, to tell you the truth, between the two movies, I found Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to be more believable.
Actually, Matt, if you watched the movie, we had several tornadoes come through there. That can actually happen. If you remember the super outbreak of 1974, big storm system developed over the Central Plains. We have the upper level jet. That's bringing in that dry, cool air, warm, moist air coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. Very unstable atmosphere. Vorticity gets kicked up. That's all that spin in the atmosphere for you. Very conducive for tornadic activity, especially in the Central Plains.
Okay, so you're saying it is actually possible?
Let's say there's a chance.
So we're going to be looking for a Sharknado as well, I take it?
Yes, research is still in development, though.
All right, let's all thank Christy Vaughn for sending her weatherman in to knock me down a peg.
You got it.
Andy, back to you.
Oh, that was a whole little thing we just cooked up. It's cute, wasn't it? Coming up next, meteorologist Jonathan Kennedy back with the serious face with a final look at the forecast. Stay with us.